Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, Maharaj. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Haribol, Haribol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
We welcome everybody to Srimati Radharani retreat. So before we could begin, I would like to let everybody know about the speaker. We'll be having 3 speakers in this retreat. We will be having His Holiness Srila Bhakti Purusottama Swami Maharaj. We'll be having Gaurang Prabhu, and we'll be having Sankarshan Nitai Prabhu. So His Holiness Bhakti Purusottama Swami Maharaj first joined ISKCON in Mayapur, India in 1978. Maharaj is an initiated disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and is an integral part of the organizations of the headquarters of ISKCON in Mayapur. His managerial positions as temple president at Bhubaneswar, Odisha from 1982 to 1987 gave him an introduction to the responsibilities he has later embraced. His GBC zonal assignments include Eastern India, Bangladesh, Korea, and Nepal. He is also co-GBC and co-zonal secretary for North and South Korea. India, Arunachal Pradesh, Mayapur, and West Bengal, including Puri, North and Western Odisha, Bangladesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Nepal, Sikkim, Assam, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Bhutan, Meghalaya, and Tripura. Bhakti Purusottama Swami Maharaj travels exclusively to many other parts of the globe, encouraging devotees in their spiritual life. This encouragement is not limited to speaking on and exemplifying Krishna consciousness, but is also available in print. Bhakti Purusottama Swami is the author of several books: Shri Kshetra Parikrama, The Final Call, Death, and a book on the pastimes of Krishna's dear devotee entitled The Glories and Pastimes of Srimati Radharani. He has also written a few smaller titles in the Bengali language as well. Besides his native Oriyan, Bhakti Purusottama Swami speaks Bengali, Hindi, and English and shares Krishna consciousness in all these languages. Bhakti Purusottama Maharaj has been an inspiration for thousands of devotees across ISKCON, and his classes, his spiritual encouragement has nourished so many devotees in last so many decades. So we are very, very fortunate. We are very, very grateful to Maharaj that he has taken out time from his busy schedule, and we are very greatly fortunate that we'll be getting a chance to hear about the glories of Srimati Radharani from His Holiness Bhakti Purusottama Swami Maharaj. Maharaj has done a lot of research on this subject matter. This is a very detailed subject matter, and not everybody has an entrance to this subject matter, the glories of Srimati Radharani. But if we hear from a great personality, great devotee like Maharaj, then we will get a thorough understanding of this subject matter. So we warmly welcome His Holiness Bhakti Purusottama Swami Maharaj in our online Srimad Bhagavatam, online Radharani retreat on behalf of ISKCON Bhagavat Mahavidyala. Maharaj, thank you very, very much.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Desatarine Vansha Kalpataruhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mukam Karoti Vachalang Pangulang Haite Giring Jat Kripat Mahang Vande Ramananda Madhavam Shri Guru Dinataranam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So very soon we are going to celebrate Srimati Radharani's appearance day, and every year during this period I deliver series of lectures, and for this year today is my first day, my inaugural day, and I feel very happy that today on my inauguration of Radharani Katha I am giving class to the audience arranged by Bhagavat Mahavidyala, because Bhagavat is the literature speaks about the Prema Bhakti, for which Radharani is the most famous. I was just traveling in tribal area and very deep forest and a new area, so I will be reaching within another 5-7 minutes nearby temple. But before reaching, in the meantime, I can give a little introduction. Once I reach, who is Radharani, what is her appearance, many things that we have to know about Srimati Radharani. You see, sometimes we are reluctant to discuss about Radharani. But my understanding is, yes, Radharani's subject matter is very confidential. But that is the very intimate relationship of Radharani with Krishna. That is special thing. But nowadays, we cannot hide Radharani anymore. Because of this internet yugas, they are finding everywhere. And there is so much misconception about Radharani. So because of that, not only other community people, they are speaking bad things about Radharani relationship with Krishna. Even Hindus are also speaking bad things, even if they don't speak, it is there in their mind. Tell them to stop. It is there in their mind. No. So that's why my understanding is the basic information about Radharani should be given to public. They should know who is Radharani, what for her importance. So in this way, what will happen? So this misconception will be they will become free from misconception. In this way, they will develop Shraddha, faith and devotion unto Srimati Radharani also. So I'll take 1 minute to get into my room, then there we will discuss. 1 minute please. আমি যাব মন্দিরে যাব পরে, হ্যাঁ একটু আমি ক্লাস দিয়েছি তো একটু ঘরে যাব পরে মন্দিরে। কোন ঘরে? এই ঘরে? Hare Krishna. Okay. So just like Krishna, we see Bhagavan is one, but he has unlimited form. Unlimited form because he wants to release unlimited bhava, unlimited rasa. So out of unlimited rasa, Krishna has 3 main bhava. Aishwarya bhava, he performs Aishwarya Lila, then Madhurya Lila and Audarya Lila. Aishwarya is good, Madhurya is better, but for us, Audara is the best. We cannot enter into Madhurya or even Aishwarya Leela unless we understand the Audarya aspect of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Audarya means Udar, very magnanimous. So just like Krishna has three types of pastimes, Aishwarya, Madhurya and Audarya, Radharani also has three types of pastimes. In Audarya Leela, Radharani is most Udar. Sometimes I contemplate. Contemplate that Bhagavan is very merciful. All of us will know he is very merciful. He is never cruel. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for his magnanimity is very special and different, very particular and different than any other of Bhagavat Swarups. Why is that? You see, as most of you must have heard about the magnanimity of Srimati Radharani, this famous story. Radharani was taking bath in Radhakunda, and Shivkhor, there's a village Shivkhor, where when she was taking bath, then some Sakhis ran to Radharani, said, "Oh, just see Radharani, these village children are so naughty. They were chasing one sea jackal. Then sea jackal entered into a hole to protect herself. The children were so naughty, they collected some straw and wood, and they put in front of this hole, and they set fire, and the sea jackal is burning." Then Radharani felt so sad. Said, "Alas, how can that happen? Near my kunda, how can she go through this trouble? Please bring her. Please bring her." So then Sakhis, they brought that half-burned jackal. Then what Radharani did? All she did, put her hand on top of that half-burned jackal, caressing her. That's it. Then immediately on the spot, that jackal received the form of a Sakhi. Gopi and Radharani told, "You stay here with me. You serve." So that makes me to think about how merciful Radharani is. She is so merciful that a sea jackal, not even a human form, no chanting 16 rounds, no Mangalarti, no following regulative principles, forget all these things. And what happened? From a sea jackal, she was promoted to Sakhi. That is possible. This refutes all the procedures given by the Vedic scriptures, is refuted by Srimati Radharani. That is the magnanimity of Srimati Radharani. So, the question is, Rama, Vamana, Narasimha, even if Krishna, they're all busy in killing the demons, except Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who was killing the demoniac nature of people in their heart, not the demons. He's famous for that. But what made him? Krishna is Bhagavan, Rama is Bhagavan, Narasimha is Bhagavan, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. But what is speciality is Gauranga form has, which makes him so munificent, so that Chira Adadata Nijagupta Vitam So Premanama Mritamatutaram, he becomes so udar that he gives his prema. What makes him, instead of killing the demons, he gives everybody, somebody is qualified or unqualified, everybody gives Krishna prema. What makes him that? One Sadhu Baba was telling me in Puri That in Tritya Yug, Ramchandra was in jungle. So one day he saw in one place there is so much skeleton, heaps of skeletons. Then he asked nearby people, what are these heaps of skeletons? And they said, these are the skeletons of all the Muni Rishis, Sadhus. These Rakshasas, they have eaten up all the Muni Rishis and the skeleton is lying here. That made Ramchandra very angry. His eyes become red, lips are trembling. He picked up Dhanusban, bow and arrows. He was determined that these demons and Rakshasas give so hard time to Muni Rishis. I will finish all the Rakshasas from this earthly planet. I'll kill all of them. That is the desire of God. But desire of Srimati Sita Devi was different. She said, hey, what are you going to do? Why do you want to kill them? They have not harmed you. Why should you kill them? And Sita Devi said, as long as this bow and arrows in your hand, you always develop a mood of killing. You should give up this bow and arrows. Don't keep with you. You should not kill these demons. Don't kill these Rakshasas. See the magnanimity of Radharani, Srimati Sita Devi. Then Ramchandra said, no, I cannot do that because I have already promised to Muni Rishis to help them to finish these Rakshasas. Okay? To fulfill your desire, whatever demons or Rakshasas I'll kill this incarnation, but when I'll come as Krishna, that time I'll follow your instruction. I will not pick up any weapons at all, no weapon. The Sita Devi was pacified. The next incarnation, Lord came as Krishna. So you will see Krishna appeared in Gokul, then pastimes with Radharani. But Krishna started killing again demons. From 5-6 days since he took birth, Putana, then Sakatasura, then Trinavatasura, then Radharani asked, hey, what is going on? You had promised that you will not take any weapons for killing animals. Then Krishna said, yes, I am not taking any weapon because I promised you I will not take any weapons. Then Radharani said, you are not taking weapons, but you are killing still. I want you to stop this killing business. You're still killing. Krishna said, Krishna had told before that as long as I am with you, I will not take any weapon. So Krishna did not take any weapon as long as he was in Vrindavan. But as soon as he left Vrindavan, immediately he called Chakra, Sankha Chakra Gada Padma from Vaikuntha, they all arrived. And Krishna started using. But Vrindavan, he did not use any weapons. Because he had promised Radharani, as long as I am with you, I will not use any weapons. When he got separated from Radharani, went to Mathura, Dwaraka, then he started using the weapons. And Radharani was very worried. As long as you are with me, Radharani thinking, as long as I am with Krishna, he is not picking up any weapon, but still he is killing. So what to do? Then she decided next time when Krishna will come, so I will come entering within him to stop him killing. So that is why Gauranga incarnation is so merciful. My explanation is, it is not the magnanimity of Bhagavan. Radharani made Bhagavan so magnanimous, so munificent. Radharani played the main role to make Bhagavan the most munificent. Though people in general, they don't understand. They just see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful, so kind. But what is working behind it? Because Radharani has come within Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why it makes him so famous. That is the magnanimity of Srimati Radharani. So this Radharani subject matter is very confidential. It is said Veda Gopya. It is kept hidden in Veda. What to speak of Veda? How Veda can glorify sufficiently or openly about Radharani? Even if Bhakti and Bhagavan is kept in Veda in hidden form. That's why Brahma Samhita states, Vedasu Durlabha, Adurlabha Atma Bhakta. To find Bhagavan in Veda is Durlabha. And what to speak of to find Radharani in Veda? There, Radharani is there, very hidden form. So, Bhagavan Krishna told to Yogamaya, you see, the concept of Radharani is not an invention. It is there. Though our Acharya is saying, Jadi Gaura na hoito, tabe ki hoito, kemane dhari tamde. Jadi Gaura na hoito, tabe ki hoito, kemane dhari tamde. Radhara mahima premara sasima jagate janato ke. Radhara mahima premara sasima jagate janato ke. Jadi gaura na hoito tabe ki hoito kemane dhari tambe. Rather is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not come, then how could I survive? How could I maintain my body? Who would spread the glories of Srimati Radharani? Radhara Mahima. What is the glories of Radharani? Prema Rasa Sima, the last boundary or unlimited, the embodiment of Prema Rasa, that is Srimati Radharani. So this Radharani topic is very confidential, hidden subject matter. That's why Krishna told Yogamaya. Okay, what I was telling, the Mahaprabhu introduced about Radharani. Radharani was not so known among the people in general. So much so, I don't know whether you know or not. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Radharani deity was not there, kept next to Krishna. Only Krishna was there. Then gradually Radharani deity were added. Even today you go to South India, you will not find any Radharani. In market you go, only Krishna is there, no Radharani next. South Indians, all the temples, only Krishna. If there is any lady next to Krishna, that could be Rukmini Satyabhama, not Radharani. You understand? It's not a new concept that Mahaprabhu introduced. It is there. In Vedic literature, it is there. Shruti, Smriti, Purana, the concept of Radharani is there. But Krishna instructed Yogamaya, even if all this description is there, you make sure nobody, no Muni Rishi, my devotees can understand about Radharani. The point is, scripture speaks everything. But by reading scriptures, people don't understand everything. Only people will understand that much as God will reveal to people. That much they will understand. Otherwise, they will understand everything. So Krishna told Yogamaya that Radharani glory is so great. When I come down, I personally will reveal her glories to people. Prior to my arrival or descent in material world, make sure even if Muni Rishi, they will read in the Puranas and scriptures, but they will not understand much about Srimati Radharani. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, then the Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he spread the glories of Srimati Radharani. So first of all, we have to understand You see, everything has understanding. Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj used to say that one is apata vichar, another is tattva vichar. Apata vichar means general understanding. Tattva vichar means deeper understanding, understanding something in truth, but in the truth. So Radharani should be understood in that way. Generally, people think, oh, Radharani, Ayan Ghosh or Abhimanyu's wife, somebody's wife, all the gopis, they're having that dancing Ras Leela. There is a general understanding. But that understanding is not based on the proper understanding of what Radharani is. That is what people, they have to know, understand. Of course, ordinary people can't understand it unless they accept the path of bhakti. It will be very difficult. Prabhupada has mentioned again and again, this subject matter cannot even understand by materialistic people. Some progress in spiritual life, maybe they will understand. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he has revealed the real Swarup of Srimati Radharani. What is Radharani? What she is made of? Saying Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti. Pranaya Vikriti means transformation of love, personification of love. Radharani is the transformation, personification of Krishna Pranaya, Krishna Prema. Radharani is energy. Krishna is energetic. Normally, energy cannot be seen. Electricity is energy. We cannot see. But we have to understand, energy has a murta and amurta aspects. So Radharani, being the Hladini Shakti, pleasure-giving potency of Krishna, she is there within Krishna. That is amurta. And to fulfill desire of Krishna, she also manifests. That is a murta. The prema manifests externally with a form. That is Radharani. Energy sometimes visible, sometimes not visible. I understand this with a simple example of vapors from ocean. Through sunshine, vapors comes that we cannot see. Clouds, we can see more better. Rain, water. My internet is weak, saying. Weak. What can you do? Huh? Stop video. Okay, stop video. Can
Yes,
you hear now?
this is better. This is better.
Okay. So, okay, how I understand how energy is having form, I understand in this way. That is from water, and when vapor comes, it's energy that we cannot see. Comes cloud, we can see little more better. Rain, water, we can see much more better. Then become ice, solid. No? So that is this concept is there. That energy can be visible also. Can be visible. So these two words we have to understand. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti. Radharani is Pranaya Vikriti of Krishna. Transformation or personification of love of Krishna. And Radha Krishna Ekatma. There is one entity. Radha Krishna, energy, energetic. Just like fire and the quality of fire is energy of fire is light and heat. Light and heat can never be separated from fire. Ekatmana, there is one soul. Ekatmana vapi bhuvipura dehabhedam gatauto. One entity has accepted two separate forms since time immemorial. This has been also described in Puranas, that how in the ancient time, what one time, see, one thing all of us should understand, when we discuss, we hear about the absolute truth, we should be prepared not to understand within the jurisdiction of time and space, then we cannot understand it. Each and every pastimes, we can't argue, oh, how this happened, how Krishna, such a little boy, could carry one mountain which is 1 jojana height. Physics will not work there. Okay. So Radha Krishna eternally there, but Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying spiritual world is eternally existing, but still by Balaram's desire it is created. So beyond our, we can't imagine how this happens. So regarding Radharani, how ekatmana vibhupura deha bhedam gatauto, they accept 2 separate body. The Puran describes at one time there was in Golok Vrindavan. In Golok Vrindavan, there is a Rasamandal, and there is a Govardhan. Just like we have Govardhan here, the same Govardhan in Golok Vrindavan is known as Satasringha mountain. Okay? And there is a beautiful garden of Malati and Mallika. So Krishna was there sitting on a Ratna Singhasan. That time Krishna was alone. Okay. But Shruti says, Ekaki sa naramyate. Alone you cannot enjoy. Because enjoyment depends upon love. Love means reciprocation. Reciprocation means you need 2. But problem is God cannot reciprocate with secondary objects. God can reciprocate only with himself. He is absolute. So that's why to enjoy, he has to manifest. So as soon as as soon as he developed a desire to enjoy, he developed desire to enjoy. So as soon as he developed enjoy, as in material world, we want to enjoy, then we have to put so much endeavor not to get things for our enjoyment. But for Krishna, it's not like that. You'll simply desire, things will happen. So Krishna wanted to enjoy immediately from his left side, beautiful Devi, she appeared. And her beauty is explained in the Puranas. So I'm not going in detail to that. But what happened? As soon as she appeared, so immediately she ran to pluck some flower. So in this way, Krishna manifested Radharani from his left side. So ek atma bhubipura dehbhedam gatoto. So 2 body, transcendental body, they manifested. So that Radharani as Radhini Shakti, pleasure giving potency, will always give pleasure to Krishna, who is Anandam Brahma, is made up of Ananda. Anandamaya Dasat. So this is the whole chemistry, how it works in spiritual world. So Krishna's enjoyment, Radharani, pleasure giving potency. Radha Krishna, ek atma dui deha dhari. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describing Radha Krishna ek atma dui deha dhari, ananya bilasa rasa aswadana kari, to release the rasa. Krishna divided in 2% to release the rasa. Ananya bilasa rasa aswadana kari. How the reciprocate? How both Radharani and enjoy, Krishna and enjoy? What is the basis of the reciprocation? So what Radharani has, that she gives to Krishna, which Krishna enjoy, and what Krishna has, that he gives to Radharani, so Radharani enjoy. Enjoyment is the basic principle of living entities. Dead matters no enjoyment. Living means enjoyment. But real enjoyment is there in spiritual platform. Real enjoyment is there. Real sense gratification is there. We are accusing karmi people. Oh, these karmi people, they are after sense gratification. They have to enjoy only life. They have to enjoy their life. I ask devotees, what do you want? You want to suffer or what? Why you become devotee? To suffer? No. Becoming devotee means you start the real enjoyment of your life. That is devotee. Why everybody wants to enjoy? Because originally, constitutionally, the tendency of enjoyment is there. But that nature, the nature of that enjoyment is different, which is derived by serving Krishna, not only by serving Krishna, by giving pleasure to Krishna. So that is the interesting. So Radharani, she gives prema, love to Krishna. And that is the basis of his enjoyment, Krishna's enjoyment. When he receives love from his devotee, then how he reciprocates to his devotee. In reciprocation, he gives madhurima, sweetness, rasavaisa. Lord is returning all the melodies. And in material world, we don't get that rasa. We get a kurasa. Because we are full with lusty. Lust. Spiritual world is love. When we develop love, then we get this pure, the melodies of Krishna, madhurima, the sweetness of Krishna. So this is how we have to understand about Srimati Radharani. She is Radhini Shakti. Radhinir Sar Prem, the essence of Radhini Shakti is love. And Premer Sar Bhav. Bhaber Parama Kastha Nama Mahabhava. Bhava transformed to Mahabhava. Then Mahabhava Swarupa Radha Thakurani, Sarvaguna Khani Krishna Kanta Shiromani. So Mahabhava Swarupani, that is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is made up of Krishna Prema. Not only she is not material body, she has no material body, she is not just a spiritual body. She is made up of Krishna Prema. So this description, you want to know more detail. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you will understand how Radha Krishna, the two bodies, Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Radharani is Shakti, Krishna is Shaktiman. Dui vastu bhedanai shastrera paraman. There is no difference. Radha Krishna itcha sadaha ekai swarup. Lila rasa aswadite dhare dui rup. Radha Krishna is one swarup. To release the Lila rasa, they accept two swarups. Radhika hoena Krishner pranaya vikar. Swarup Shakti Radhini Nama Jahar. So Radharani is the pranaya vikar, personification, transformation of Krishna Prem. Radhini, what is her business? What is her duty? What Radhini Shakti is doing? Two things. Radhini Shakti has two business. Radhini Korai Krishna Ananda Aswadan. Radhini Shakti makes Krishna to release the bliss, and one more business also Radhini Shakti has. Radhinir dwara kore bhakter posa. Then Krishna, he maintains his devotee. He maintains the bhakti of the devotees within the heart of the devotees through Radhini Shakti. So these are the few things briefly I described. The Radharani part 1 that I compiled, I have given first 3 chapters. Anyone, I have requested in my preface, anyone before reading different pastimes of Radharani, one must read these 3 chapters to understand 2 things mainly. Who is Radharani and what is prema, her prema towards Krishna. These 2 things one must understand. Then he will be eligible to read about Srimati Radharani's life. And of course, there are a lot of description about Radharani. Radharani's names is there in Smriti, Purana. That description, 3rd chapter I have given. So Radharani's appearance today, I just spoke about Radharani's tattva. Then I'll tell you about Radharani's appearance. One appearance I explained to you, her appearance in spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan. Then there are also reasons why he appears in this material world. There are some sweet pastimes performed in Golok Vrindavan. So which makes her to appear in this material world. Of course, Krishna never manifests in material world. When Krishna comes to this material world, it is not like that he manifested in material world. No, actually he brings spiritual world here. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jibbe Daya Kari Sab Parsada Siyadhama Saha Avatari. When Krishna comes here, he brings his spiritual world, Dhamma, and his associates also. Krishna will never have pastimes with the conditioned soul or marginal potencies, spirit soul like us. He only has pastimes with the Swarup Shaktis. So he brings them. So in Rik Parisesta, Brihat Gautamya Tantra, and many places in Atharva Veda, different quotations I have given here. Narada Pancharatra, Gautamya Tantra, Padma Purana, where Radharani's name been described. He has been, his identity has been revealed. But as I told, because of Krishna's instruction, Yogamaya kept this thing in hidden. She did not allow people to understand. So regarding Radharani, all Shruti Smriti Purana everywhere described. But one general question people they ask, our whole Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta is based on Srimad Bhagavatam. That is everything for us. Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Puranam Jad Vaishnava Nang Priya. That's why it is very dear to Vaishnava. Srimad Bhagavatam rejects all kinds of Chaturvarga, Dharma, Prajita, Kaitava, rejects all Chaturvarga. Prema Pumartha Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatradarunapara. Prema Pumartha gives Panchama Purusartha. The whole concept of Prema Bhakti, we got it from Bhagavatam. But people they wonder, there is no name of Srimati Radharani in Srimad Bhagavatam. Why you people are jumping so much Radharani, Radharani, Radharani? Your whole concepts come from Bhagavatam where the Radharani's name is not there. So our acharyas, they have some sort of answer to this. Srila Sanatana Goswami has answered this. Maharaj Parikshit Maharaj has told this to Uttara when she was speaking to Uttara. She said, why my spiritual master Sukadeva Goswami did not mention what is Radharani? No Gopi's name were mentioned there. And Parikshit Maharaj's explanation was that if Sukadeva Goswami would pronounce Radharani's name or any Gopi's name, he would get so much ecstasy. Then his throat would choke, tears would come. Then he would not be able to describe the Bhagavat Katha. So he controlled himself as much as possible not to utter Radharani's name. But our Acharya is saying, even if he tried his best, at one place, indirectly her name came out with that verse when Sukadeva Goswami explaining that the gopis are searching Krishna, then they found the small feet next to Krishna. They don't know whose feet is that. So they're discussing Anaya Aradhita Nunang Bhagavan Haririshwara Janna Vihaya Govinda Pritajat Anayat Raha. Anaya Aradhita Nunam. So Radharani name coming from here. Aradhana, Aradhita, Aradhika. She is the best among all Aradhanakari, Aradhaka. So she is Aradhika. That's her name is Radhika. Radhika, she is the best Aradhika, Aradhana. Aradhana is best worshipper of Krishna. So in this way, Subhadra Goswami indirectly said, so this is the one reason why her name is Radha, because she is the best in Aradhana. Aradhik Anaya Aradhita Nunam, the gopis are discussing. Also, she took birth on Anuradha Nakshatra, that's her name is Radha. And another reason also I gave, in Rasamandala, she appeared in Rasamandala. That's her name, first letter is Ra in Golok Vrindavan, Rasamandala. And as soon as she appeared from Krishna's body, she ran to pluck flowers to offer to Krishna. So running in a Sanskrit is called Dhavamana. Dhavamana. So she was Dhavita. She was running. So Dha word comes from there. So Radha, Rasamandala, and Dhavita means she was running. So her name is Radha. So these are the different reasons why her name is given Radha. And the Prabhupada saying she gives pleasure to Krishna. That's why her name is Radha. So this Radharani is very special subject matter. I just described to you her appearance in a spiritual world. Now I'll describe to you her appearance in material world. Okay. Of course, when Krishna appears material world, means he is in spiritual realm, but visible to material people. That is the difference. The Bhagavan never touched spiritual world, but he appears in spiritual realm. So one there are different descriptions about Radharani's appearance. So one
Hare Krishna Maharaj, you are muted. Maharaj, you got muted. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you are not audible, Maharaj. Maharaj, you are not audible. We are not able to hear you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Somebody called. So one Radharani chapter, different types of Radharani appearance described in different.
You are again muted, Maharaj.
Very well.
Yes, Maharaj.
So one description is as follows. That is okay. Okay. So Bindha Parvata, the Bindha Raj, you see, as according to our philosophy, tree has life, stone has life, mountain has life, ocean has life, river has life, everything has life. No? So it has been described by Srila Rupa Goswami, Lalit Madhav, that Bindha Raj, Bindha mountain, he found that how Himalaya was very fortunate to get daughter Parvati as his daughter, and that's why he's a fortunate daughter that he could receive Lord Shiva, Devadi Deva Mahadeva Shiva, as her son in as his son-in-law. Himalaya got Mahadeva as his son-in-law. So Bindha Parvata became envious. I should get also like that. I should get a daughter better than Parvati. So who can even have a husband better than Lord Shiva? So Bindha Parvata went severe austerities to please Lord Brahma. Got a boon from Lord Brahma. And Brahma became very pleased. Brahma came to give blessings. What blessings you want? So I want a daughter. I said, why?
Everybody wants a son. You want a daughter? Yes. That daughter, what I want, is so powerful that she will marry to somebody. That person is so powerful that person can defeat Mahadev in the battle. I want a daughter like that. Brahma, Shiva, as usual, they don't see the consequence of the boon they are going to give. He said, yes, tathastu. Without understanding what his boon is giving. Tathastu, your desire will be fulfilled. You will get a daughter who will marry to such a person. That person can defeat Mahadev in battle. So after that boon giving you, then Lord Brahma is nothing. Now he realized, what a boon I gave. Who is that person can defeat Mahadev? She is very worried. Then he realized this Dwapara Yuga, Lord Krishna is appearing. So he is the fittest person. So then he really, if Radharani will take birth as daughter of the mountain, then it is possible. But Radharani's eternal mother is Kirtida. Vrishabhanu, Kirtida, Chandrabhanu, Vrishabhanu, Subhanu, there are 5 brothers. And then what will happen? By that time, they're already in the womb of their mothers, they're their eternal mother. Then Brahma did tapasya to please Radharani. When Radharani appeared, Brahma requested that I have done these things, please, I humbly request to, I know your eternal mother is Kirtida, who is known as Kalavati also. But this time, please not take trouble to appear as daughter of Vindhya mountain from the womb of his wife. So Radharani agreed. So as a result, the 2 daughters appeared from the womb of wife of Vindhya mountain, Vindhya Parvata. 2 daughters. And here in Mathura, Kansa Karagar, Krishna appeared, and Vasudev carried Krishna to Nanda Maharaj's house and kept Krishna there and exchanged Krishna with her daughter Yogamaya. That Yogamaya came in front of Kansa, become Durga Mahamaya with Ashtabhuja Mahamaya. All of us, we know from Bhagavatam that Devi said, "Oh foolish Kansa, you are trying to kill me. One who will kill you, that most powerful personality has appeared somewhere else." This much we know from Bhagavatam. But what we do not know, along with this statement, that Devi, Ashtabhuja Devi, also informed to Kansa, within the next few days, there will be Ashta Mahadevi, very special girls will appear on this earthly planet. And out of those 8, 2 are very, very special. And whoever will marry these girls, they will become so powerful, will defeat even Mahadev in the battle. Then Devi disappeared. Went for tapasya. Then Kansa got 2 information. The boy has taken birth and girls will take birth. So Kansa called Putana and told Putana, all the boys, you kill them. All the baby infants, girls took birth, you bring them to me. So Kansa is thinking, oh, I'll become very fortunate. Because Kansa is not Krishna Bhakta, but he is Devi Bhakta. No? Devi told, he has full conviction. So the Putana, so he wanted to marry those girls so that he can become powerful and defeat Mahadev. This is the demoniac nature. You see, all these demons, the devotee of Mahadev, Shiva or Brahma. You know, and what kind of devotion they have? He is a devotee of Mahadev. I forgot Mahadev's name that he was worshipping in Mathura, by whose boon he becomes so powerful. And but now he's thinking he'll defeat Mahadev. This demoniac mentality. So Putana went searching, killing the boys. And when in the sky she was flying, then she saw at one time Vindhya Parvata, was doing some sanskara, some yajna in the courtyard. The Brahmanas, Muni Rishis, Brahmanas were there doing some yajna, and two baby girls were lying there, or kept there on the courtyard. Putana saw very beautiful two girls. And immediately Putana went and caught hold of two baby girls and flew away. And Brahmanas, they screamed, shouting, "Oh, Binda mountain, Bindharaj, Bindharaj, one which is a Rakshasi, snatched, taking away two of your daughters." Then Bindharaj told, "What are you doing? You chant some mantras." Brahmanas are that time very powerful, no? Chant some Asur Marana mantra to kill this Rakshasi. And Brahmana, they chanted mantra. So by the power of their mantra, Putana became very weak. She became so weak, she was not able to carry both the child. So she dropped one child. The child fell into a river. Vidarbhadesh, the Bhishmaka king, Bhishmaka Raj, he received that girl there. And there's more description about this. The other girl, she carried. But by the time she reached Mathura or Brajamandal, she was so weak, she was not able to fly. Then she fell on the ground near Gokul travel area. And Purnamasi, she saw Putana and Radharani, the small baby girl. She picked up this baby girl and she gave to Mukhara, Radharani's grandmother, Mukhara. So the Mukhara said, "This is the daughter of your daughter of Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, you please take care of her." So this is one kind of description of Radharani's appearance. Another 2-3 varieties of appearance briefly I will explain tomorrow. 8 o'clock we'll gather today. 9 o'clock now. We'll gather to tomorrow again. Then tomorrow also some childhood pastimes, some youth pastimes that we'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank all our audience. Sometime also I'd like to thank Brajsunder Prabhu, Bhagavat Mahavidyala for arranging at early morning. I could purify myself by remembering and describing something about Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Maharaj, you have some time for taking questions?
It will be nice if we can do tomorrow. Whatever questions are there.
Okay.
Because today I'm on the way, then I have to leave now also. So tomorrow I'll be in Mayapur. So peacefully, whatever questions they can say or give them my WhatsApp number. If they write some questions, so I can answer to WhatsApp, and I know what are the questions tomorrow. I can give my WhatsApp number. They can write also.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you very much for your mercy and for speaking the glories of Srimati Radharani. Thank you very much. It was very nectarian, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.